I look for ways to make as much hay as possible with as little dough as possible. That's not real mix of metaphors and everything. Hey, welcome to the Flipping Genius podcast, where we help you make more money. And today, I want to get right to it. I'm going to give you 12 ways that you can spend 50 bucks or less and make more money when you're flipping cars. I just sat down and wrote things out. These are my favorite things, probably because, I'm a cheap SOB. So I look for ways that I can make money without spending money, but usually I have to spend a little money, got to do a little work. But the fact is that if you can have a better presentation, you can make more money with your flips. So this will be a lot of simple stuff, but hey, I find that some of the people don't do the simple things, and that's why you're listening to the podcast and you're watching our YouTube channel. And thank you. The first one I want to talk to you about less than 50 bucks and you can make a big difference is simply a car wash, right? Make sure you clean your car, clean it inside, clean it outside as well as you can. Now, you could pony up a little extra money and have somebody detail it, but if you're doing the work yourself, hey, less than 50 bucks, you can clean that thing inside and out and make it look a lot better. If you're buying some of the stuff that I buy, man, a little bit of cleaning goes a long way because it is amazing how bad some of these cars look when I buy them. I buy them cheap. That's why. That's why. But whatever you've got, whatever you're dealing with, make it clean. Make it look as good as possible. Sure you're vacuuming it out. Make sure you're scrubbing that interior. Get some of that tire shine. You could get it for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. It costs $1.25 now, not just $1. And shine up those tires. Make them look good. We're going to talk about tires a little bit more on this list too, but not right now. Right now, I just want to talk about it. Make it clean, make it shiny, make people want to buy it. Another thing you can do, and it's funny, I rented a car this weekend to this week to go down to the beach, and I noticed even in this brand new, really nice Toyota rental car, they did not have floor mats in this thing, and those floors are getting worn out already in that rental car. We went to the beach. There's sand and dirt on the floors. It just didn't look good. You vacuum that stuff out. You want to put some new floor mats in there for less than 50 bucks. You can do it. Yeah, go to our website, flippinggenius.com. If you're watching the video, you see it above my head, FLIPPINGENIUS.com. If you go to the resources page, you can see a deal that we've found where you can get nice floor mats that will spruce up that car for about 20 bucks, I think. And I buy them all the time. It's what I use. I sell less expensive cars. Now, if you're in a higher scale car, you can pony up and get better ones. Another thing you can do is go to the junkyard. Go to the junkyard and buy original floor mats. You stomp around the junkyard, you very well may find pretty decent floor mats that you can clean up and put in there. If there's floor mats in the car, just clean those up. You can use those, but I like to go with brand new ones that I can get for $20. Another thing is hubcaps. I know this is probably old school, and a lot of cars are going to have alloy wheels, so that's not going to fit. But if you've got a car that has broken hubcaps, old discolored hubcaps, brand new hubcaps can make a big difference. And again, less than 50 bucks. Go to our website and again, we found a really good deal on hubcaps, less than $50 that you can put them on your car and make a big difference. It's an easy no-brainer. You can have those two things fixed like that. It takes absolutely no work. Just buy them. These things you can buy online. We do not. I think we do get a tiny commission if you buy them from the link that I put on our website. But it's the best deal that I've found. Touch-up paint. You've probably heard me talk about this before. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you've never heard us before. If you haven't, we got 155 more episodes, 156 episodes, and over 100 videos. So there's a lot of other stuff that I talk about. One of the things that I'm sure that I've mentioned before, because I do it every time, I look for ways that I can make this car look better And touch-up paint is one of the ones I use. My favorite is just flat black. I'll get some flat black paint. I can usually still buy it for, I think, $2 at Walmart. You may go crazy and pay $6 for it at a different place, but I get the Walmart brand for $6 when I can. It's hard to get paint these days. But that flat black, I will use it on the, if you take a look at a lot of the cars around your windshield wipers, there's a lot of discoloration there. Around the frame of the windows, around the frame of the side windows, the windshield. There's anywhere where you see black, just use a little masking tape, a little newspaper, and I just go I just go through and touch it up. I literally take newspaper, throw it behind my windshield wipers, and I go over. That's what the sound it makes, by the way. If you're not watching my foolish face make these sounds, you just spray it, and I pull the newspaper out, go to the other windshield wiper, and I do it. And I'll tell you, those windshield wipers look 100% better with the little flat black on there. Same thing, any place I can find that I can do some quick touch up. You may go crazy. You can get, I think it's less than $20 still, from O'Reilly's. They will match your paint color. So if you've got some spots that need to be painted with a matching paint, for less than $20, you can get the matching paint color in a can and just shake it up and go paint it. I know I've said this a zillion times. I've been doing this for a long time. And I've gone to O'Reilly's many times. So you just go down there with the VIN number, and they can look up what the matching paint is. Providing that the car hasn't been repainted. They usually haven't been. So touch-up paint makes a huge difference, and less than 50, right? Tires. I told you I was going to talk about tires. You're thinking, Randy, how in the world can you get used tires or any tires for $50? Well, you can. I got one right now. I needed a couple tires for it, and I was able to get two tires for less than $50, I believe. I take it back. I paid $70 for those. I paid $70, but less than $50 a piece. And this one I needed new tires because literally these steel bands were coming through the rubber, and I see that frequently, unfortunately. Literally, they'll cut your hands. I don't want those on the car. No matter how much I shine them up, I still don't feel good about having steel bands sticking through the tires. So I go to a used tire store, get tires. I will negotiate. I do try to get two for 50, but these days it's hard to do. Sometime you might only need one tire. Maybe you need a spare. $50, you can get one. You can get a tire for $50. Sometimes you can get two. It makes a big difference because when somebody's walking around the car, they want to be able to drive this car, and this is an important thing. You got to have some tires that'll hold air and not cut their hands when they check them. I'm not really doing these in any specific order, so I'm going to jump right in. Something drives me crazy. People are losing money because they won't use their camera, on their phone. We have the greatest cameras now on these phones. They will take awesome pictures, and you have places like, well, there's really no place like it, but you have Facebook Marketplace will allow you to post for free, and they'll let you put, I think, 20 photos on there, and with some of the software that you can use that you can get for free for your phone, you can actually take those 20 and expand that. If you want to know more about that, send me an email. If you got questions about any of these things, send me an email at flippingquestions@gmail.com. I can elaborate more, but you certainly can take the 20 pictures. And when you do, don't be lazy and take them from the porch at your rental house. Go out and take a picture. If it's raining, just wait till it stops raining. I swear, I had somebody this week, I was trying to help them sell a car because my mechanic's looking for cars for his kids, and they said they had this car. It wasn't one I was interested in, but I said, send me some pictures and I'll show it to Gary. And I did. but they literally took pictures from the front porch of their house. They didn't even walk in the yard, and they're horrible pictures. Go outside and take a picture from each corner of the car. Take a picture from the side, the front, the back. Take a picture from the front seat, the back seat. Take a picture of the odometer so I can see what that looks like. Take a picture of the dashboard. Take a picture of the trunk and under the hood. And anything else that should be enough right there. If you want, if there's significant damage to the car, show it to me. Don't waste everybody's time. Show me why you're selling this car so cheap. If you're selling the car cheap, if it looks really good, show me why it looks good. Take it on a nice sunny day and share those pictures. Make sure they look good. Take your time. Take your time. It's free, man. It is free. It's not, you don't even have to spend the $50. You already got the phone in your pocket, and it's fantastic stuff. Believe me, I've been around for a long time. I really appreciate the tools that we have, like the cameras that we have on our phones. And a video too. This is a bonus one because I don't have this one on my list. If you're taking pictures, take a video, do a walk around on the car, video the engine so I can hear it run, so I can hear that it's not loud, that it's not making a ticking sound. Go around back and video that exhaust pipe so I see there's not white smoke coming out the back. Make me want to buy the car before I get there. And you can send that video. You might not be able to post the video, but you probably can. And you can send that video to interested parties, and you go to the top of the list because you're giving them more information, and that's free. You only get one chance to make a good first impression, folks. So do your best with your camera. And as along those lines, I would shout out to my buddy Philip, who's a car dealer here in North Alabama, as I am. I'm a licensed car dealer, if you didn't know that already. And I get a kick out of Philip. He's got a lot more cars than I do, and he's got a little lot there, and he does everything above board, but it's not real fancy. But across the street is a beautiful new storage facility, a self-storage place, really pretty place. And I noticed that Philip, he posts his cars on our Flipping Genius Facebook group here in North Alabama, where you can buy and sell your cars. You can probably find one of our groups in your neck of the woods. Just search Flipping Genius under groups on Facebook. Well, Philip posts his photos of his cars, and he does them on the angles, and he does a good job. And he takes the pictures across the street in their beautiful lot, and then he tells them, come on out to our place. I'm across the street from the lot that you saw. And the cars just look better there. I do that sometimes too. Sometimes I'll drive one by and park it in front of a church or something like that, just because I like how it looks. Most of the time I take the pictures at my lot. My lot looks a little bit better than Philip's, which I'm not really bragging about mine. It's just Philip's is kind of down and dirty, but he sells a lot of the same stuff that I do. Here's one that you also don't have to spend any money on, folks. It is a freebie, but it's very important. And if you are a licensed dealer, it is the law that you provide this to your buyers, to your potential buyers, and that is a recall check. If you'll go to the Flippin' Genius website, you can find, if you go to our resources page and go by, I think it's on more great stuff, you'll find I think it's, I don't remember the initials. You'll find the site where you can check your recalls. It's free to do, and they'll give you a report that you can print that will show if there's any open recalls on your vehicle, and you want to share that with the buyer, and you want to get them to sign that, saying that they acknowledge that there are no open recalls, or if there are open recalls, tell them what they are, and they acknowledge that they know that. This is huge, folks. I think there's about I don't want to. It was a multi-million-dollar lawsuit recently here in the state of Alabama on a car dealer who did not disclose the open recalls. He probably just didn't do the check. He probably wasn't really trying to hide anything, but whatever his intents were, it probably cost him his business. Chrysler was involved, and I'm sure that they are on the hook too for some of this money. But it's free. Just go run the check, have your buyer sign it saying that they understand that is a recall open or there's not a recall open. Just make sure you show them that. Open, honest disclosure of your vehicle is going to help you sell the car, and it costs you zero. Um, Windshield wipers. I mentioned them before, that I was going to and spraying the frames of them, making them look as new as possible. Change your windshield wipers. Change them. Give them new windshield wipers, because when I jump in that car and I start it up, I hear it runs good. I already checked the tires, make sure they didn't cut my hands, and now I'm going to take it for a little drive. I'm going to push that button and see if the wiper fluid comes out. So throw a little wiper fluid in there. And I want to see how the windshield wipers go. If they go and scratch across the window, you're losing the deal, man. It's just not worth it. You can buy new windshield wipers for the front and the back. If you got a rear windshield wiper, which you probably do, you can buy them all for less than $50. I'm telling you, this will help you make the deal. You want to make the car ready to go. And talking about that, what's the next thing I'm going to do? I'm going to turn the lights on, especially if I'm a young kid and my dad came along. The kid might not remember to do this, but the dad knows that this could be a traffic violation, and my kid gets pulled over, and it could cost more money. So I want to check and make sure the headlights come on, the turn signals work, the brake lights work. This is something, again, and if you're not watching me, you're hearing me, I want you to know that every time I say this, I'm holding up a $50 bill, because it's kind of cool to do that, right? It's it's a prop. I got a prop. Yeah, for less than 50, you can replace the bulbs on your car. You can't probably replace. I think you can replace both the headlights, but you should be able to replace the bulbs that are not working on your car and make them work. And it's something I can do it, so I know you can do it. An oil change. It's something I do pretty much on every single car. This is a kind of a smart move. Gary from Dennis Johnson. I mentioned Gary 2 times this week, so he owes me extra money. Dennis Johnson Auto Repair they've been my mechanic here in North Alabama for years. And Gary said, hey, instead of paying us money to do a checkout on every car, why don't you just have us change the oil, because we check the car out then. So that's pretty much what I do now. And when they come out and look at the car, the first thing they're going to want to do is look at that oil and see how it looks, right? So if you change the oil is going to look right. And if you use a mechanic like I do, who's reputable, they're going to take a look at the car and tell you if other things need to be changed. And I like to show my buyers that report too. Show it right from Dennis Johnson, who's a highly reputable company here in my area, and say, here's what Dennis says about this car. And I'll have them call Dennis, because that's worthwhile. And I think you can still get an oil change for less than $50 on most vehicles. Some might be a little bit more now, because oil costs more and parts cost more and everything costs more. I'm trying to give you 12. Well, I'm not trying to. I got 12 written right in here, so I'm gonna give you 12, and I want to tell you this: if after I'm done you say, Randy, you didn't say this, you didn't say that, share what you got with me. Share it with everybody. Send me an email, flippingquestions@gmail.com, or go to the car flipping forum, which you'll find under the Flipping Genius groups, under Facebook groups. And join. It's free to join and share your own stuff. If you've got more ways that we can help improve the value of a car for less than $50, or whatever you got, share it with us. Love to hear it. I've talked about this in the past. I'll talk about it again, because it's something I look to do whenever I can. Pull the dents from the car. I don't have one on my person right now, but I use a little suction cup popper, and I popped little dents out of the car. I also have had a lot of luck with a heat gun, pulling those little plastic dents out of the bumpers. If you want more information about that, you can see some videos on you can see videos on YouTube. You'll see videos on our YouTube channel too, talking about exactly that. And if you want more information about that, also look at past episodes of Flipping Genius, or just write me, flippingquestions@gmail.com. Pop those dents out, make the car look as good as you can. It's like when I was a little boy and I used to sell golf balls. If I cleaned the golf balls and I put them in a box that made them look like they were new, I got a lot more money for them. It's the same exact thing. I'm doing the same thing now. And one last one. This is my last one. So you're lucky if you listened all the way until now, because I think this one might be the best one. Because again, it's less than $50. Less than $50. In fact, I think it's $18. You can buy the best headlight cleaner that I have ever seen. And just go to flippinggenius.com, go to the resources page, or even just go down and look at the most recent episodes of Flipping Genius. You'll see that I advertise that too. It's also available online. You can click on it right there, and it's going to take you to Amazon, and you can buy it through them. They give me like 14 cents if you buy a bottle. But I think it's $18, $17, and this stuff is fantastic. It's probably not going to work on every headlight, but it's worked. Every headlight I have used, I've seen a professional do a better job of making it come back to life. But that cost me, I think, $125 or $150 for 16, 17 bucks and a little bit of elbow grease and maybe 25, 30 minutes. I can make those headlights come alive. And I'll tell you what, that is definitely a valuable thing, and it is worth way more than the 50 bucks, and you're not even going to spend 50 bucks on it. So those are 12 things, folks, that you can do that will help you increase your bottom line. It's going to be the best way that you can spend $50 or less. And they're there, man, 12 of them. And you can't say I didn't tell you. I told you right now. And I don't mind telling you, because Flipping Genius is all about you guys making more money. And that's what we're trying to do. Hey, if you want to see more, go to the website. Please subscribe. If you're looking at the YouTube channel, please subscribe. I need to get over 1,000 subscribers, and we're not there yet. So come on. And if you've got comments to make them. I want to hear what you got to say. Good, bad, indifferent. If you can give us a 5-star review, go ahead and give us a 5-star review. If you can't, don't give us a review then. Tell me what I could do better, and let me know what you'd like to hear more about. We've got a couple awesome guests coming up in the next couple weeks. I'm really excited to share their stories, and I think we might do another episode this week because I was on vacation last week, and I know I feel guilty because I missed a week. I should never feel guilty about it, but it's just being an old guy and wanting to do my best. I'll probably kick out another one for you. If you got any questions or if I can help any way, reach out to flippingquestions@gmail.com. If you'd like to learn how to be a flipping team member, a flipping partner, or a flipping champion, go to flippinggenius.com and check that out. It's a way for us to partner with you and help you make more money. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. Hey, let's work together. Let's make some money. Let's all become flipping geniuses.